time, y'all. DFK AMA of the week. What's going on? It's a beautiful Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and that means we are coming at you live. All right, I'm done now. So glad to see you all. As always, appreciate you joining. We are excited for today's AMA. We've got some good stuff planned and coming at you, and we're going to jump right into our list. So we wanted to take a little time today and celebrate that, it is nearing the end of 2023, coming up on 2024 faster than we can believe. And we wanted to spend a few minutes and do kind of a year-end recap and a little bit of a look into the future. So to start us off on our year-end recap is the friskiest of foxes.
Oh, all right. Can you guys hear me okay, first of all?
Yes, we can. Also, if it wasn't you that was going to start it off, feel free to hit somebody else.
No, it's fine. I've got so much to say. It's been an amazing year. And I think this is really great because we've got a lot of new faces in here and a lot of old faces that are back. And so I think it's a good time to sort of talk about what's been happening over the last really like 2+ years since we started. But especially trying to focus on this last year, there's always so much. It seems like when you're in the trenches and like every week there's something new that you're sort of like releasing, and then it's on to the next thing, and you don't really see the big picture sometimes because you're in the forest. But then when you look back, it's like, holy crap, like there's been so much done, and it's just really satisfying to see the like result of it. It's been really, really hard to build during the bear market. And we all have just had that goal, that same, I guess, internal vision that build, and if you build it, they will come, sort of thing. And it's really cool to see as we've been adding features, as we've been adding like all kinds of like new content and things, just how exciting it's been for our players, and acquiring more and more as like we go that also have that same internal vision. So let's see what has happened. I mean, we launched pets probably since some of you guys fit back, and that's been really exciting. We've got like multi-questing. Kingdom Builders program has like really started taking off. We've got stuff in the castle that highlights some of uh, our community, and there's really amazing ones that are out there that are creating awesome tools and awesome like content and things like that we really, really love to highlight there. Obviously, in the end of last year, we were leaving Harmony. Uh, there was like the hack on the bridge and all that, so we basically moved and then relaunched Serendale on Klaytn, including a new Jade token for that. We also introduced the Jeweler. There was a whole new like revamped way to stake your jewel and get C Jewel and S Jewel. As a part of that, we also released power ups at the start of this year, which are basically ways for you to activate special abilities and things in the game using your C Jewel, like your staked jewel, basically. I completely skipped over dark summoning. That's been exciting too. Uh, all the while, we've also been launching duels, where we had season one in like fall of last year. We're now on season six. So throughout all of that, we've just been launching more and more features. With each new season, we have really exciting things now, like King of the Hill mode, and really cool like leaderboards and things like that. And it's always really fun to see the like rewards and the ranks and the sort of like in chat, like uh, just everyone kind of like doing some banter back and forth over in our Discord and stuff. So really has been a lot of fun to build that out. Um, in spring of this year, we launched our first look at combat. So we had the alpha, I think it was, or beta of it, and it's really evolved a ton since then. But that has been one of our long-term goals since the very start of the project, was to have a really cool and like robust system in place for that. So a huge shout out to Ian Workhorse, who's actually here with us, and also Beetle Dude, and all of their amazing efforts there, and of course Hubert and everyone involved with that. There's just been a ton of work put out on that front, and it's really cool to see that at the state it's in now. Because actually, when was it that we launched our current hunt system? Shoot, does anyone remember? Beetle Dude.
October 11th was when the
Okay,
Mad Boars went live.
the Mad Boars. So skipping over some things in the summer that I'll come back to, but that's just a uh, huge, basically testament to the amount of effort and work and love and care that's been poured into this from our team. Uh, let's see, Green Pets we launched last year or this year, sorry, in May. Then equipment system. That's the one that really excited me just a ton. Because a lot of people didn't realize, but actually you can equip pets or sort of attach them to your heroes, and that's actually a part of the equipment system. So that was the precursor to what then launched with the rest of our hunts is actual equipment. Things like, like uh, boar swords and like bows and staffs and things like that. And we've launched a bunch of other things since then. There's like amulets, there's things that impact duels, and we've got a ton more planned. We've also got some really cool hats for like celebration of anniversaries, and we've got things for events like for Halloween and for winter event that are going on. So it's just really, really fun to have that in place now, and it adds a ton of synergy with just a bunch of our other systems. Utility for pets that impact questing has also been a big thing. Level 10 quests, long awaited. That's also live now as of the summer, really. I know I'm missing a bunch since then because it's just been a whirlwind, but Beetle Dude or Bolon or anyone else, do you guys have milestones you'd like to add to that before I go on?
Hey guys, I'm late. I'm so sorry. I was in another space. Are we doing milestones throughout the year? Is that what we're doing? We're celebrating
Yeah,
some things that happen?
yep. Sort
Nice.
of let's look back. There's a lot of like new faces here that haven't been here for a while, or it's their first time maybe, and we're just sort of, hey, it's the end of the year. Let's talk about it.
Awesome. Well, I won't interrupt the flow, but I'll just say, holy cow, it would take me probably hours to go back and account everything that's happened this year and what we put out. But I'd say almost weekly, if not every other week, updates, enhancements, new features, battle, combat, pets being not only live, but feedable with pet treats and that whole thing, the bazaar going in there, a combat system that was a year plus in the making. Like, one space isn't enough to even do it, but hopefully got some milestones to celebrate. I'm just happy we're not only here, but all the people that came back so far, their reaction to the night and day value add among all the turmoil is just really, I think, making us all feel proud to be in this community and proud to have not given up. And yeah, we should highlight those milestones. But if you look at the culmination of all of that, what we have today is we stay true to the DeFi. The beautiful pixel art is leveled up with some of the best in the world. Second Mistad rocking it. We're in-house building our own game that is live and fun, adding to it every single month. And now we got some fun things like aesthetics and things with these pumpkin heads and birthday hats and other things where people are like, wow, I can go and play this just to get the drop because it's fun. Like, we are playing for fun. And that is a huge accomplishment in order to, feed the play to earners, the passive DeFi guys. We got something for everybody. So if you're here, hopefully you're cheering and like banging your hand on the desk because you've been here the whole time. If you're coming back, hopefully you're excited and strap in. You got hours of catch up to do to even figure out all that's there. So stoked. But anyway, you're handing it over to Beetle and others. I just wanted to jump in and share that excitement with a couple of the milestone overview, and I will mute.
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna
I'm all.
intercept that pass for just a moment.
Thank you.
Couple of quality of life reminders. First and foremost, if you are tuning in and you are not used to our new AMA home here on Twitter, we do still have the AMA voiceless chat on Discord, which is still full of live and ongoing chat. So feel free to, you can of course, tweet on the post and everything, engage here also. But we do still run that chat in Discord so that everybody can hang out and talk live. Also, feel free to join us there. Aside from that, Fox mentioned a lot has changed, right? We moved off of Harmony, we moved to DFK Chain and Klaytn. If you are returning, A, feel free to join our Discord, and we will help you figure everything out. We'll help you figure out where your stuff is, where you left off, help get you up to speed. That's what our Discord is for. We have the best community in the space who will absolutely help you. I'm usually in there. We've got our phenomenal knights and squires who will also help you out. We'll get you situated. If you're feeling lost, just come drop a message. We'll get you taken care of. If you have assets on Harmony, you can still retrieve all of those assets. You just need to connect to the RPC and to a Harmony RPC and bridge them over to DFK Chain. So they are not lost. They are there waiting for you. But if you've already, migrated over, life's easy. Just hop back into DFK Chain. But if you're, trying to figure out where to get started, how to get started, whether you're new, returning, existing, whatever the case may be, Discord, we are there to live support you. Outside of that, shout out to Christian Peter, who's up here on stage with us right now. He made a how to get started video that is absolutely phenomenal. It's only a couple minutes long, so you can watch it pretty quick, but it will give you the rundown on how to get kicked off. And then we also have our website. If you go to DeFiKingdoms.com, not the game website, the regular website, just DeFiKingdoms.com, on the top there's an option for buy Jewel, and that will walk you through the easiest ways to get Jewel with a credit or debit card, coming from the Avalanche ecosystem or coming from the Ethereum ecosystem, which is the Ethereum one kind of loosely applies to really any other chain. Just swap out which token you need to bridge. So those resources are there, but so is our Discord. And that's the whole purpose of our Discord, is to be live support for anything you need. With that, though, one other reminder, please don't buy Jewel on Avalanche C Chain right now. The Jewel that is on C Chain is an old defunct contract because the bridge provider that ran that has since gone poof, as I said in Discord the other day. So if you're looking at ways to buy Jewel, use that guide. That guide will give you the best advice possible. But please, please, please jump in Discord. Let us help you out. That's what we're there for. And back over to Fox, Beetle, whoever wants to keep going on the recap, and then we'll move into the look to the future.
Oh, man.
All right, I do have a bunch more, but I'll let Beetle get a word in before I continue on.
Well, to be honest, I
thought you unmute Beetle, but I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
I can hear you, Beetle.
I can hear you, Beetle.
Thank God.
It's a Fox problem.
I'll be right back.
I was just gonna say, I'm like a goldfish. I can only go back like a month to what I remember. But if we didn't mention it, which maybe Fox did also, I was in Discord. I'm in a lot of apps right now. But this year has just been crazy. Like, I say it a lot in our internal meetings. I don't say it as much in external meetings, but this team that we have here puts out the most work I've ever seen in Web 2 or Web 3. It's just constant content and improvements and great features coming out. We don't stop. They don't stop. We often say just like how lucky we are to be on this team. It's just a group of super talented people. So this year has been both amazing, difficult, rewarding. I don't know what to say exactly, but it's been a fantastic year. The whole team has just really kept pushing forward. And for me, I'm most excited about combat because that's what I get to work on day in, day out. And it's amazing that just, at the beginning of this past year, we've just barely got the combat testing grounds out. And now we have kind of the start of a fully fledged game, which has many moons left in it to push out more amazing content. So super excited about that, but also just all the other tens and hundreds of things that get worked on a daily basis, some of which don't always get brought up or called out. But the people like Magnus and Fox and Pinecone and Typical and Winston, just I could name everybody on the team, but everybody's working so amazingly hard, either on the forefront or in the background to make things go smoothly. And I'll just say that we've always been pushing out quantity and quality, which is usually you only get one, but consistently we've been able to do a little bit of both. So big props to the team. This has been an amazing year. Not always easy, but worth it. And we're gonna keep building. That's what we said from the beginning. And I'm excited to be on that build journey with everyone, and excited for the folks that get to come back and hopefully it's like opening a Christmas Day present or whatever present, seeing all the new stuff that got added. So anyway, that's me. I'll stop rambling. But thanks everybody. Appreciate you.
We appreciate everything you do, which is continuous and never ending. We're trying to get Fox back up here as a speaker. I know he had more to add, but while we give him a second, Hubert, Sunbear, Magnus, Workhorse, Christian, anything y'all want to add to the recap?
I guess I can jump in real quick. I just as for people that maybe are coming back after being away for a while, Fox did mention it a little bit, but one big thing that did occur was our change over to tokenomics 2.0 or Joule 2.0 in terms of we started out with only Joule as the main token on Harmony, and since then, after the hack and everything occurred, there was a kind of a need to rebalance everything. And I think most people that are here who have been in the project are aware of all this, but there really was kind of a lot that occurred there. We called it the splittening, where kind of pending Joule rewards were converted into either Crystal or Jade, or really both. And there was kind of a whole thing that goes there. We do still see a lot of people coming into our Discord asking questions about that, wondering what happened with their Joule and whatnot. And so I just wanted to remind everyone that happened, and that we do have resources in our Discord that will help you kind of get the full picture of everything and what to do next. And that is in the help me Bolan, the Serendale migration support channel or something like that. So I had it and then I lost it.
Serendale migration FAQ channel in Discord.
That one. Thank you. So yeah, that was a really big thing that happened, and since then it's kind of changed the whole tokenomics of the game with how we use Joule and how we use Crystal and Jade. And I think it's in my mind, I think it has really helped separate out things in a way that is more healthy for the game versus how it was originally. So just wanted to highlight that a little bit more, and I think we have a lot more to say, so maybe I'll pause here until we kind of move to the next step.
Yeah, on that note, in terms of Joule tokenomics, if you've not seen it, we did also tweet out a handy infographic. Thank you, Pieface. So make sure you check out that tweet. Gives you kind of a breakdown of what Joule looks like these days.
And I'll just chime in. That was something. It's a testament to the team. With the hack that happened and needing to figure out our new cross-chain strategy, and kind of going from there. This was really necessary. And Joule at that point was all minted through the previous chain. And so we took all that was minted, no more to be minted after that, and found a way to have a really good sustainable model to allow passive investors to have an entry, to have an ecosystem, really be governed by Joule, added utility with like non-required features through the power up system and other ways for Joule to really be that cross-chain token, and maybe the thing that's available on other types of exchanges and things, whether decentralized or centralized. Whereas in the game, in each realm, you have that closed economy representing, Klaytn and Avalanche through Jade and Crystal, to not only have a healthy system in isolation, but have like this import export feel still be live with those tokens, even as we're seeing now. Joule is pumping. This is great. Gas on DFK chain is in Joule, and so we're looking for solutions to target that. But meanwhile, we have another chain. We have Klaytn, and some people are actually doing the, observing the cost of each. We need to have DeFi Kingdoms have different kind of areas of support and functionality on the infrastructure, so that we can, when somebody gets hacked, when gas goes up, when there's opportunities of a really cool partnership, the DeFi Kingdoms fam have a way to benefit from it and be kind of a little bit more flexible. So we love the cross-chain strategy, the new tokenomics 2.0. Get caught up to speed on the different layers there. At the top, Jewel. In the middle, you got Jade and Crystal, and then under that are all the in-game kind of earned economy tokens as well. So a ton to learn, but we're really happy with what we have, and have a good foundation to build game features on this solid tokenomics model.
One thing I just want to add for clarification real quick, we've referenced the hack a couple times, which is a habit of ours, but just to for anybody who's unaware, this was not a hack of DFK. We're not hacked. This is the Harmony bridge compromise. So it was not us. It was, the chain that we were on. But I just want to make sure that, those that may not have been around as much are aware of what we're referring to, because I think that's an important distinction.
Yeah, it is. It's also important to show that, we were greatly impacted by that. Look at us today. We're here, and we found an opportunity to make things better in an event that should have killed almost any other project. So we should all be not only happy that we made it, but we came out better. And it's a testament to things in the future. There's always going to be things that happen out there that we don't control. And we are learning to be resilient, work as a team, find good solutions, and do our best to represent the best interest of the team and the community. Thanks, Bolon, for making sure that was clear to all listeners. Nothing compromised on our side. We were just victims. But you know what? We moved on. We're good. And that's why we kind of, I don't mention the event or the chain much anymore, because we live in the present. We don't hold grudges, and we just keep building.
For sure. Sunbear, I saw you unmute a couple times. Did you have something you wanted to
You saw my excitement to add a few things. Yeah. So yeah, I'll jump in. There's something about the bear market. I know we don't love it. It's not where we want to be, but there is something I love about it, being in business development for this group. And that is you really find out who the real dedicated innovators in this space are. We have partnered in the last year plus with amazing partners that have that vision for what a real Web3 game can really be, and the vision for what we're capable of as a project, as a game. And so I just wanted to highlight that. Go to the castle if you're curious about who these amazing partners are, the people that we're working directly with. In the castle, you'll see that they're all highlighted there in one way or another. The Jester, we're really with the games or gaming focused folks that we're working with. The artist with so many content creators. You're looking for videos to learn about strategy or different pieces of the game. That's a great place to start as well. You'll see KP in there, or Chris and Peter in there and everything. And the other things I want to throw in there too were, we talked about the different tokenomics that are happening in the game. One big thing that really opened this game up too, and we just kind of lightly mentioned it, was the bazaar. There's a place in the game now where you can go and you can purchase and trade any item, any token within the game on the chain, and it's peer to peer. Just kind of, it's amazing technology that I'm really excited about, and it's just awesome. The other thing too, if you're looking for how to learn or how to get started, Zipper put together a tutorial system, so even when you click on the game, the first thing that pops up is tutorial for that region, and so you can learn and kind of dive a little deeper into those things. So love being here. Super excited, guys. On the business development side, nothing but smiles.
For sure. And on the ease of onboarding side, shout out to Pinecone for helping keep us straight. Forgot to mention, but we have on-ramps from 4 different providers currently. So if you're needing to get into the game, you have a direct way, credit or debit card, to buy tokens and get started, as well as Halliday DFK smart accounts. DFK smart accounts powered by Halliday, however you want to say it. But account abstraction with automatic wallet creation, which in normal people like me terms basically just means put in your email address and start playing. You don't have to go through a wallet creation process with MetaMask. You don't have to, get a seed phrase and all that stuff. You just put in an email address and start playing the game, which is a massive quality of life improvement, especially for our Web 2 friends who aren't as familiar with wallets and all of that joyous stuff. So definitely working on that front as well. But let's talk a little bit about looking into the future and what's being worked on currently, what's upcoming. Hubert, you wanna kick us off here?
Yeah, sure. I like the point we're at right now is probably one of the most exciting points that we've been in, I think, at least from my perspective, because it took us a long time. There was a lot of sweat and tears that went into building up the combat system. We had a few bumps along the way to get to where we are right now, but now that we're here, we're really in this process of just needing to just add more content, just to keep building up the pieces that are not there. And as with each extra thing that we add, we're just adding so much more depth to the game. That's kind of what our focus on the future is right now, is adding that depth. We're currently working on a new Void Hunt, which I won't say too much about it, but I'm really excited to get it out in front of you guys. I really, really, really love the soundtrack that's tied to it. Sam did an awesome job with it. It's probably my favorite track. Beyond that, there's just all these different mechanics that need to go into the combat system. We mentioned previously, bring your own potion. Up to this point, people have had free potions afforded to them just so that we can have the boar hunt out. But soon, I would say probably time it around the time of the second Void Hunt, we will have we'll be removing those free potions, and instead it'll be up to the players to bring their own supply of potions with them. And also we're looking to add the other potions that are currently not in the game to that as well. And then, potions that you use would be burned in the process. So this kind of ties up a bunch of the economy that's been kind of waiting for this. The profession quests, kind of a key reason for them to exist was to generate a resource economy for people to use to do other things in game, like combat. And all the potions do use those resources from the game. They get burned and converted into potions, and then those potions would then be used for combat. So that was always kind of a main vision of why those profession quests existed, and this is kind of closing that loop. So I'm super excited for that. I think that's really going to change the whole dynamic of how the game works, and really excited to see that come to fruition. So there's that, and then we're looking beyond. Void hunts are not intended to be our only source of like combat gameplay. We do have PvP as a major thing that we're working on or planning for, and also having a more player versus environment PvE, how to say it. I don't want to call it light, but just more of a standard gameplay loop. Like right now, the Void Hunts are basically like a boss fight, but those boss fights are only intended to be boss fights. When in most MMOs, there's a lot of like simple, easy to fight monsters and things like that, and we do plan on getting some focus on developing something of that nature, just so that we can kind of keep moving forward towards the next big thing. Which is then getting your heroes traveling on the map, and having resources and various things be tied to location, and having to have that whole management of getting heroes to places and discovering things. So there's a whole bunch there that we need to do to make that all possible, and we're working through it one step at a time. But it's just a really exciting time, because now we're actually able to really kind of start releasing these piece by piece to you guys, and hopefully give you a really fun experience along the way. So I think there's a lot more that could be said, but I think maybe I'll stop there and let someone else jump in if they want.
I can hop in here. So I'm going to kind of do a little looking into the past to set the stage for what's coming in the future. So on the blockchain tech side of things, we implemented a whole lot of new foundational building blocks to our game. One of those is the power up system, which allows players to stake their jewel and get another token, which is non-tradable C jewel, which will basically allow players to use that balance to get various power ups in the game, such as faster stamina regen for your heroes. And just looking into the future, we'll be adding several new power ups into the game throughout this year. So something to stay tuned for there. We also launched 3 new NFT contracts, which are accessories, weapons, and armor. And that was tied in with the launch of hunts. And all of these are equipable to the hero and usable in game. And you can definitely expect more of each of those to be able to be obtained in various ways as we add those throughout the year. It's kind of like tied into the whole hunt system. So definitely stay tuned there. We also have optimizations coming to the standard questing system to lower gas usage, particularly on that start quest side of the transaction. This also leads naturally into the expeditions feature, which will also benefit from those optimizations. But it will allow you to send your heroes out on long quests, and it's a little less manual of a process. You can basically send them out and then go back and claim the results of your rewards from those quests whenever you like. And it's going to be kind of scalable and configurable. So it allows a little more flexibility over standard questing there. On the Avalanche subnet, DFK Chain has been a big positive for the scalability of our game. Our subnet's processing more gas than most other EVM L1s out there, and we have our partners with Ava Labs to thank for that. They're in the process of making some foundational changes to the database technology there, as well as constantly kind of working on the underlying blockchain tech as well. So we're expecting to see some exciting news come out of that, which will filter back over into our subnet technology, and just as we look forward for more scalability on our subnet, which has been a huge boon so far. And Ava Labs is constantly just breaking down technical barriers. So really excited to see the future of that play out for the rest of this year. That's it for me. I'll pass it over to the next person.
Yeah, it looks like Fox might have gotten shadow banned in the process of leaving and rejoining when he couldn't hear Beetledude. So somebody call Elon. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. But just wanted to,
Mr. Musk, we need the Fox.
I know, right? You're blocking our Fox. But wanted to acknowledge why he's no longer on the stage at the moment. But he's working on it to see if he can get back in. If not, we'll speak for him. We'll just put words in his mouth, and that's how we do here. But I do have a milestone I want to talk about. But before I hit that, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about on the recap / look to the future before I switch it up a little bit?
I just want to say I got super excited when Hubert was mentioning the next hunt. I imagine that's getting people excited. I don't want to say too much or anything, but the fact that it was mentioned and we're getting progress there, let's go. Like we have one major feature, and people love Mad Boar hunts. Imagine when we have 2, when we have multiple applications of combat, when we have more heroes in. Like when Hubert said this is the most exciting time of the game, it's because all of this potential. I also got excited when Magnus mentioned the progress on expeditions. Like the whole package is going to be huge, but I think he was hinting to along the way, trying to find some opportunity to enhance and improve the overall quality of life. So these guys are legends up here. They're constantly thinking how to make things great. I just wanted to hype it up a little bit and make sure that we heard things they said and that we send them some love and some excitement. But pull on over to you or whoever else is just unmuting. That might have been Workhorse. We need some Workhorse energy in our lives.
It was.
Yo. Hey guys. Everyone has done an awesome job recapping what happened this last year. However, there's one thing that is crucially missing, and that is second best dad's death animations. Call me weird, call me morbid, but those death animations are hilarious and amazing and must be toasted. Thank you, SPD.
That's a very good shout out, actually. Those animations are absolutely phenomenal. And Hubert gave a shout out to Sam for the upcoming track for the next Void Hunt, but I think every track that he puts out becomes my favorite track until the next one, and then it becomes my favorite, and it's just this never-ending cycle. But I do have to take that moment to plug Spotify. You can actually listen to our soundtracks by the amazing Sam Shandley on Spotify. So if you're looking for some background music, you know where to find it. That's a really cool addition also, that I think came this year. I don't know, might have been last year, but it's a great addition, and it's great to be able to just chill and listen to the DFK music because Sam is phenomenal and did an amazing job with it. All right, so switching to another milestone that is upcoming. Uh, Here in the next couple of weeks, we will reach an all new point in our economy again, outside of Bring Your Own Potion, which will be a whole new point in our economy. But another one that's coming is crystal emissions. Crystal emissions are nearing their completion, which will bring Crystal one step closer to being a deflationary token. So those emissions will be wrapping up. Crystal will be at its max supply of 250 million tokens. That will be here in the next few weeks, actually. So that's super exciting. It brings a whole new aspect to the economy with one less inflationary token going at a time. Obviously, Crystal Unlock goes until March 20th in the United States, at least. For some of you, it might be March 21st. But once that's done, emissions are done, unlock is done, and Crystal becomes a deflationary token. So really excited to have that milestone coming up. It's been, almost 2 years since Crystal Veil launched. It's a major step forward in the economic system. And with that, I just wanted to throw out a couple things. We will be doing an announcement on all of this in the next couple days. So don't feel like this is your only mention. And if you don't take everything in, you're going to miss it. We got you. But so for liquidity providers, with emissions ending, gardening. That's the whole point of the gardening quest, is to be an incentive for liquidity providers. Realistically, the gardening yield has outperformed emissions for quite some time now. We have both skill 0 and skill 10 gardening in place, and that was the intent, was to have those quests there to continue to reward liquidity providers. Outside of that, though, we will be doing one other thing. So right now in our standard distribution of Crystal, there's 20% that we have allocated from the dev portion to benefit the ecosystem. And so right now that 20% has been an additional burn that we've been voluntarily burning out of our portion. We are going to move half of that, so 10% of the distribution, over to rewarding the liquidity providers. So there will be a little bit of a shift in the standard distribution of Crystal. All of those updates will come in an announcement. Anything you need to be aware of, need to do, yada, yada, yada. We will make sure that everyone is aware of everything. But in general, like, this is a really cool moment. This is a really great advancement in our economy to have another deflationary token. Jewel is already deflationary. Crystal's going to be right behind it.
Yeah, thanks, Bolon. This is huge. It's always been in the plan for emissions to end, right? And what happens after? I just got off of space with Stash on there with Altcoin Daily, and they were talking about in 2021, a lot of games coming out and having either time-based emissions or others, and trying to figure out what do you do ongoing? How do you make it sustainable? So with Crystal, and emissions no longer being there, us volunteering that half of that 20% to go to rewards of the LP stakers is huge, because it creates a self-sustaining loop there without adding inflation. Now, some might say, oh, wait, that we're not burning as much Crystal now. That's true, but the amount of Crystal we're no longer minting, because we're going to hit the cap, is much greater than the amount we were burning, that 10%. So if you think about tokenomics here, ongoing, the amount of inflation that is removed is much greater than the amount of deflation that's removed, or even just retargeted to go back to users. So really good for tokenomics of Crystal, good for the game, and trying to find a way to make it self-sustaining in the closed ecosystem itself. But along the way, as Bolon mentioned, the quest fund feeding into gardening has been the source of yield for being in the gardens. If you're in the gardens not gardening, go pick up some gardeners and make sure you are. And Expeditions is hopefully going to make that way more, I guess, easy and efficient to be able to stake them and leave them. So gardening on the up and up. Stoked for Crystal, and I'm happy we found a good solution for after those emissions run out, how to make things ongoing and benefit from the ongoing success and activity of the game itself.
Yes, it's all about sustainability long term, and this is a super exciting time. Let's see. So I had on my list Jewel tokenomics recap. Hubert, I know you talked about it at the beginning. Was there anything that you had not hit that you wanted to, or are we good on that one?
I think I did, but if there's anything you remember, tell me. I'll but I think I did.
There was not. I just wanted to make sure. Shout out Yellow Panther. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Also, real quick, I said it earlier, but I'm going to do it again in case there's new listeners. If you are new to DeFi Kingdoms, returning to DeFi Kingdoms, or an existing player, if you need any help or support, please join our Discord. That is what we are there for. We will give you all the live support you need to get everything figured out. If you are new or returning in particular, and you're trying to figure out how to get in, how to get started, where to go, all of that fun stuff, again, Discord will help you out. We'll get you set up. Christian Peter on his YouTube has a phenomenal get started video, couple minutes long, but it gives you all of the basics and gets you in and up and running. And DeFiKingdoms.com, not the game site, but the regular site, DeFiKingdoms.com, has a lot of info on how to get started, as well as a page on the best ways to buy Jewel. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. In the current state, you do not want to buy Jewel on Avalanche C Chain. The liquidity that is currently there is from an old bridge contract. That bridge provider is no longer operating, so those pools are a little bit weird. However, on that note, and on our next topic, Jewel liquidity on Avalanche C Chain. So right now, you don't want to use it, but we're working on correcting that. And we are going to be working on getting some pools set up on Avalanche C Chain with the correct Jewel contract, which will be Synapse Jewel. We will right now you can bridge Jewel to Avalanche C Chain from DFK Chain through Synapse directly, but there's nothing for you to do with it yet. We will re-enable that on our front end when the pool on C Chain goes live. So if you do want to participate in that pool, contribute to it, you will of course be able to. So stay tuned for more details on that, but that is something that we're wanting to get done in the short term, so that you will be able to buy Jewel directly on Avalanche C Chain, easier than ever. Anything I'm forgetting on that front, Dreamer?
No, that was awesome. I just say, if people are wondering, like, wait, why do we have to do these things? And it's the limitations of blockchain. We rely on bridges. Initially, when we moved and expanded to Avalanche and worked with Pangolin, we were using a different bridge. I think that name changed a couple times. There's like multi-chain, and can't remember the first one. And then we partnered with Synapse, and I've been focused on DFK Chain, moving things off of Harmony, going to Klaytn, bringing things on from like Ethereum and others. But the initial journey over there with the other bridge caused a little bit of, I'll just call it technical confusion. We're going to clear all that up, especially with all the Avalanche Gaming focus. If you're not following Avalanche Gaming, I'd definitely go follow them. A lot of cool things coming to the ecosystem that we're trying to work with. And, big names are really calling out Avalanche Gaming. And when we see people doing that, they go to C Chain and they're like, wait, well, Jewel, I want Jewel. It's not here. Or what is this one? We want to make sure that's clear. We're aligned with Avalanche. We do have our own chain and subnet. But those that are looking for Jewel, we want them to have a good place for it at the home, right, on C Chain as well. So doing the work to make sure that's cleared up and safe for everybody, and makes sense for those once they have Jewel to be like, well, let me put this Jewel to work. Hop over DFK Chain and either stake it, get a power up, and play the game.
Yes, for sure. We thank you for the additions there. Also, on to our next update. Sunbear was going to talk a little bit about Klaytn.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, so a couple things I wanted to mention about some of our major partnerships. Generally speaking, it's just really an exciting time with partners. There's a lot happening right now that you're going to hear about really soon, next few weeks soon, about what we're doing in Serendale and in partnership with Klaytn. I just want to kind of shout out to them. They're showing up in a big way, and more than I think than they really have in quite a while. And connecting us to several partners that are really focused in that ecosystem and some of the Southeast Asia areas that they're really pushing into, and so there's just a lot of excitement there. So I don't have anything specific that I'm going to put out there right now, but watch for some fun opportunities for gameplay and for rewards to come very soon there. So I also just want to shout out, like Dreamer did, to our another major partner at Avalanche Gaming. They've also been showing up more and more, I think, for us, really seeing that we are their biggest game, we're their biggest subnet, and now they're really including us in a lot more of what they're doing, lifting us up and helping us do the same for them. And they're really, I don't know, just excelling as a gaming chain, and so you'll just see a lot more there. So excited about that. And while I've got you, a couple other shout outs, reminders. There is a battle going on, a tournament going on right now at Battle Showdown with Ethless, one of our gaming partners. And DFK community is doing quite well in that tournament. So keep it up. If you haven't jumped in to play, please do download the app. There's a couple days left in gameplay. They're giving away a lot of prizes and some good tokens there as well. So I just wanted to shout out to them. Also, I think, Bull, and you'll probably mention this one, we've got another partner in the making through Klaytn, actually, MetaX, that's doing a DFK week next week, and they are inviting all of the DFK players to come and check that out as well, because they'll be doing prizes and really a big effort to reach out to new communities. And that's been one of our big focus areas lately, is like, who can we really partner with that's going to give new exposure to new communities and people that are just going to love this game and space. Portal's been a big one the last couple weeks. That's launched their protocol and really given us a lot of exposure there. So you might see a lot of new players coming in to check us out through that as well. So, all right, I could go on forever. I'll stop there. I'm super excited to share in the next couple weeks some of the campaigns that are going to be popping up and opportunities to have some more fun.
Yeah, no, MetaX is awesome, and really looking forward to the DFK week. There's going to be some cool stuff going on, so stay tuned for that. Christian has kind of been fronting that at the moment. Christian, anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, definitely. Sunbear and Strider have been doing an amazing job when it comes to the biz dev side of everything, and the head of business development, Sunbear, will be on with me on Monday night DFK Madness next week. So if you guys want to tune in, that'll be great. But as far as MetaX goes, huge partnership with the Launchpad/Gaming Guild in Japan, and there is 10,000 crystal earmarked for the prize pool, along with the ATM token that's going to be rewarded to people that are in there. I'm going to be on a Twitter Spaces with them on Monday at 11 Pacific time, and you guys can listen in on that. But yeah, the MetaX partnership looks like it's going to be great. There's a whole week of activities that are coming in and should really engage that whole, Japanese portion of the world that I don't know if many of us think about too much, but Southeast Asia, they love the DFK, ecosystem, the community, and we're looking forward to making that partnership stronger. And Sunbear and Strider have been leading that, so I just wanted to give them huge kudos for bringing the partnerships to the table and continuing to build the communities. Back to you, Bolan.
Appreciate you. One other thing I'll mention, voting closes today, but pinned on our Twitter profile is the Games GG Awards. We are nominated for People's Choice. So if you would be so kind to drop us a vote, that would be lovely. It's pinned on our Twitter profile. You can sign up with, email address or your wallet or whatever you want. There's like 18 different categories of games, and you can vote in every category. So you're not, you don't have to only vote for us. You can support as many as you want, but we will be found in the People's Choice category and would greatly appreciate it if you did drop us a vote. So really appreciate that. All right. So we are almost at time for today. There's been a lot going on and a lot to tell y'all, and we wanted to take some time to celebrate where we were at and celebrate what we have coming up. So we do appreciate that. That said, I will snag a quick question or two, and then we're going to go into some fun stuff real quick before we wrap up. So the first one, Hubert, you mentioned earlier, bring your own potion. Uh, in general, how close would you say we are to releasing this mechanic? The options presented were soon, a while, or iceberg conquest.
Well, I want to say soon, but I'm afraid that might mean something different for other people than what it means for me. But it is something where it's just a matter of getting the time to implement it. Like the design work is essentially done. The contract work is essentially done. There's still a little bit more to go, but it's really a matter of, at this point, we have to get it in the combat engine, get the new potions in the combat engine, test them, tweak them if we need, and then plus the whole system that kind of is attached to it, which I won't spend time to explain it right here, but there is kind of a system of weights with potions, meaning that not every potion has the same cost to it. Some more powerful potions will cost more in a way. So you'll see that as that comes out. But just kind of getting that whole thing implemented is the stage that we're at right now. So I think it's soon, but that's always a dangerous thing to say. So I wouldn't say like next week or anything like that.
Yeah, soon is a very subjective term, but very, very much excited for that. So we want to have a little fun. We're going to have Ogre Abroad, the one and only, give us our bullish at the end. But prior to that, we did want to invite up a couple people. So Yellow Panther should be popping up on the stage now. I also just sent an invite to Crypto Grady just to come up, say, hey, if you have a question you want to throw out, feel free. And then we'll have Ogre give us our good bullish at the end. What's going on, Yellow Panther? How are you?
What's up, guys? Yellow Panther in the house. Thanks for having me. I just want to come and say hello to the DeFi Kingdoms family. Yeah, I mean, you guys been doing great job, shipping super hard. I met Dreamer a couple of times, but you guys been shipping harder than during the bull market. So kudos to you guys. I've been playing the game for, I think, quite some time, and you guys know I'm OG since November. Although I don't have a first gen, I mean Gen 0, but I'm still OG. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man, we know, we feel the love whenever we see this guy at events. Comes up, usually has people following him. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Yellow Panther's on the rise. Broke 100,000 followers, puts out good content. Every game he touches has strong communities. He doesn't do any fake shilling, but he does super sincere, genuine video content. So follow this guy. He's going places. We love his support, and it's awesome that you were involved so early. You've continued to believe in us, and it's, as we're here trying to celebrate the year a little bit, hearing you say those things means a lot. So let's make sure we give our friend Yellow Panther here some big love.
Yeah, Yellow Panther, when he says he's an OG, he's not lying. He's been around for a long time. Awesome guy. We got YP and KP up on stage right now. What's going on, Grady?
Oh, baby. DeFi Kingdoms making all the right moves. Dreamer, Bolon, they're out there grinding. Every time I open up my Twitter, Dreamer's in another Twitter space. Dreamer's responding to someone else here and there. He's all over the place. He's on videos. He's fighting in this IFC fight, baby. He's putting himself out there for DeFi Kingdoms, making all the right moves. DeFi Kingdoms is running on all cylinders, full power. They got the dream team of all dream teams. They got big brains devs, big brains tokenomics, big brains in-game economy. They are grinding. They've been pumping. I love it. Good job. Well done, guys. I love you.
We need an oh baby. We need a good oh baby.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Let's go.
Grady's another one that has just been a huge fan, huge advocator. And I personally have been learning from his energy on social media and everything. And other people are noticing too. You know, Grady's fighting. He's got some cool things happening on CRU Plus. A really cool segment. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Where he's on the street taking that energy and spreading the I guess, I don't know, gospel of Web3. Maybe that's a weird thing I shouldn't say again. But Grady, we love you. Thanks for hopping up and sharing your energy. And people make sure we're following and supporting him and all he's doing. We're both going to be in Art Basel and the event in Vegas next week for George and the IFC Karate Combat. So if you haven't seen those and you still want to come and check it out, please do. But thanks, Grady.
For the record, you should say it again. It was great. And another OG. I mean, really, all three of these guys have been here. I mean, all three of y'all are true DFK OGs. Ogre Abroad, man, what's going on?
Everything and nothing all at once, brother. I know we got a time crunch, 2 minutes here, so I'll try to keep it short and not say everything I want to. One, mad thanks out to the team. I love all of you guys for continuing to drive on through the FUD, through the bear. Y'all could have walked at any time and you didn't. You're still here crushing it, creating amazing content for us to play with and share. Number two, to the community, I love y'all as well. Without y'all, there would be no game, right? It is a combined effort between everybody here. And on that note, that if you're on the phone, bottom right-hand corner, little purple button, the team won't say this, but I'm not on the team, so I can tell y'all to do it. Go ahead. Drop a message, repost, and like this. Send this out to everyone you know so that all the other people can hear about this amazing project. Curate your game, y'all. It's up to us in a decentralized way. And with that, am I throwing it now, Bolin, or you got a last word?
If you're ready, we're ready.
Send it. Bullish! Love all y'all.
Bullish! Woo!
See you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.
Bullish, baby, bullish. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Go, baby. DeFi Kingdoms, grinding, out there doing all the right things. They just hired our boy, Pervy Sage, Workhorse, the man. They just hired our boy, Christian Peter, Dev, awesome content creator. They're making all the right moves. Let's go, DeFi Kingdoms, baby.
Let's go. I can't beat that.
Bullish. Love you, Grady.
Love you guys.